Hello guys, this is Reese from Bommarito St. Peter's Volkswagen in St. Louis. Today I'm bringing you a 2019 Volkswagen Tiguan SEL Premium. This particular one is an R-Line and they are done with production for 2019. So now they're building 2020s. There are no more of these units left to be built. I have two of them. This one has gray interior. I have another one with black interior. Let's take a quick look around this car. 20-inch Brazelton wheels, R-Line badging on the side, piano black treatment along the fog light shroud, and a little chrome extra down between the fog lights there. Also R-Line badge on the grille on the passenger side. Look at those Brazelton wheels again. Those are 20-inch. R-Line badge on the side, chrome accents and side skirts on the side door panels. Piano black treatment on the back around the chrome exhaust tips. This one also has a bumperdillo or bumper applique right there on the back bumper, that chrome strip there that protects it from scratches. I definitely recommend those. But the big deal about this car, the 20-inch wheels, the Brazelton wheels, and just the overall look of this car. This is very Audi-esque. This one features adaptive cruise control, keyless entry, blind spot monitoring, 3-seat memory right here, full power seats along with lumbar here, R-Line scuff plate right here in the door. As we take a look inside here, power door locks, Fender premium audio, so Fender just like the guitar people, great sounding audio, power mirrors, heated mirrors, and power folding mirrors, so that knob right there will fold the mirrors in and then also fold them back out. Pretty nice. Also, one touch up, one touch down with chrome tips on these little window levers right there. One touch up, one touch down on all four windows. Also a window lock to lock out the kids from the back. They can't mess with the windows. This one has storm gray interior, so it's going to be a two-tone effect with this nice stitching right here in the side panel here. There's two-tone there, so the storm gray accent right here, and then hard plastic, black plastic right here. So anywhere you can scuff or scrape with your shoes, it's not going to show up. Right there, power lift gate, power rear lift gate, and then also I have automatic headlights and also fog lights. Coin box for storage right there. It also works for a pair of sunglasses. Telescoping steering wheel right here, so I can pull out on this, push in, raise it, lower it, lock it in wherever I need it. Also, I have my cruise control functionality on this nice flat bottom leather wrap steering wheel. It's also heated in this car, but there's my cruise control functionality right there. Following distance, my assistant systems. I have lane assist, blind spot monitoring, rear traffic alert, and also front assist. Front assist is going to work hand in hand with that adaptive cruise control. It has autonomous emergency braking, so that's going to stop the car in the event of a potential collision. Over here we have volume control, so I can control the volume of my phone calls as well as navigation, which this car does have, and also the audio. At the bottom of the steering wheel here, there's an R-Line logo, so that gives it a little bit of flair, and there's also an R-Line logo to start up on the boot screen when you start the car. Volkswagen's digital cockpit is standard in this car. This is version 2 of that digital cockpit, so I can actually change between widescreen, crop screen, and the dial screen. I also have a back menu if I touch and hold that view button where I can actually change to different displays here. I'm going to leave it on classic, but you can actually change that as well. The steering wheel does have a little bit of white stitching in it there, gives it a little sporty feel. Nice sturdy grip on the steering wheel. And over here on the radio, we have an MIB2 radio. So this radio does give you App Connect, which allows you to do Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, or MirrorLink using one of those two USB ports right there. You can use either one of those ports and have that work on this screen. There is also a backup camera, standard on every car. This one has trajectory steering, so I can turn the wheel left or right, and the yellow lines move accordingly. The green lines stay put, the red line signifies where the bumper is. On the nav screen, I can actually take navigation from here and move it over here just by touching that map button right there, and that changes it to here. Also, I can zoom in and zoom out using the tuning knob right there. Also, if you didn't notice, there's an infrared sensor at the base of your screen. You wave your hand across and it brings up these hotkeys. You can freak your kids out, tell them it's abracadabra. It's kind of cool. So a little tip, I've been getting questions about navigation on this car, why the navigation orientation is kind of off on some cars. See that little N button right there for north? It's set to point to true north right now. In a lot of cases in your cars, when you have this issue, it's set for north always pointing up, or north always being oriented up. So it gives you this weird kind of angle here where it's hard to kind of tell where you're going, or kind of figure out what you're doing. Just simply touch the N and then it changes it from just up to true north. So it'll point in whichever direction, and it'll also show your orientation that way. This car does have rain sensing wipers as well as a multi-speed wipers right here. And then also down below you're going to have a dual zone climate zone up front. This menu button right here will bring it up on a touchscreen, and you can actually change your temperature by the touchscreen. You can also change your fan speed, raise or lower, and then also change your vent setups as well. Heated steering wheel can also be activated from here, and then the sync button syncs side A and side B to where they match. In this car with the dual climate zone though, you can actually run heat on one side and cool on the other if you wanted to. It's completely up to you. On off switch for the system there, and there's also a hard sync button right there, so you have it both ways, on the touchscreen, up here, or down here. Moving over to the glove box, it's kind of a black carbon fiber type finish, and it goes into the door over here. There's a look at the glove box right there. 2 SD card holder slots right there, as well as 2 SD card readers right there. Navigation is running on SD2 in this one. So you can run navigation on SD1 or SD2. That's what your data pulls for the navigation. And then you can play a regular SD card for videos or music, or even a slideshow. Yes, a slideshow on this screen right here from there. CD players right there in the glove box as well. There's a look at your manuals. So back to this interior a little bit here. Here's that storm gray interior, this being a SEL Premium. It has the leather seats in storm gray with black piping right here, or dark gray. I think that's actually black. There's these rib stitches in the seat that give it a little more comfort, a little more stunning look. And then they were smart enough to do black carpet on the floors. Black surfaces on the doors, the kick surfaces and scuff surfaces. Also the center console is all black. Armrest is also black, leatherette wrapped. A little bit of storage in there. Cup holders right there. Phone tray right there, so when your phone's charging, you just plug it in and set it there. That is not wireless charging. That comes in 2020. Here's a look at the cup holder and bottle holders in the door. Nice heated seats. Up above right here is an edgeless mirror that's auto dimming with home link. 3-door garage door memory buttons right down here at the bottom. Also a compass right there. You have vanity mirrors on each side, and I love these vanity mirrors because they are lit with LED light instead of an incandescent yellow bulb. So it's the blue-white light. Nice. Also, power. Sunshade that goes back, covers first and second row of this car. There's also a panoramic sunroof. A giant panoramic sunroof that opens and clears the first row passengers. Does not move past the second row, but you do have a pop-up windscreen that cuts down on airflow into the car and keeps bugs out. You do have a side lamp on each side. Sorry about the hanging plastic there, but there's a side lamp on each side, and that power sunshade it expands and retracts. Here's a look at the back seats, or actually this one has 3 rows, so this has a middle seat. There's an armrest and cup holder right there, and that middle seat, this comfortably seats 5. Those seats are a 60-40 split. Let's take a look at that second row. This one comes in at $40,960. The extras on this one are going to be the 3rd row seat, also the rear view mirror with home link, and the bumper dillo protection. There are no other extras on this one. Here's a look at the second row seats. Now these seats are super comfortable, and they give you a lot of leg room in this car. A whole lot of leg room. So I can move this forward. If I move this forward till my knees touch, Look how close I had to move it here. I can move it back. And again, this is a 60-40 split, and it does recline as well. I just pull this little lever right here, this little strap on either side, and push back with my back, and that seat will push back. You do have vents for your rear passenger comfort right here. Also a little rotary dial to adjust the flow. There's a USB right there and a 12-volt charge point right there. Here's a look through from the back to the front. Your digital instrument cluster, your climate control setup right there, and I can change that all back. I can change that however I want. Magazine holder pockets on each side at the back of the seats. Lots of leg room here. Even the headrest has the two-tone feel. There's a look at the second row doors with the inset, the storm gray inset. Here's a look at that armrest and cup holder. This seat does work as a pass-through as well. So I just push down on this button right here, and this seat folds flat. So now I have a pass-through to the back. Here's a look at that giant panoramic sunroof again. Let's take a look at the back row. So this seat will push forward, and then your rear passenger just climbs in there. There's a mat on the floor right there. I can move that out of the way if I had more than one hand available, but there's a lift right there. Headrest lifts up. This little lever right here folds that seat down. So there's your cargo space there. The third row seats will cheat you out of about 2 inches in depth in the seat there. And this lever right here, I just lift up on and push the seat back, and it'll go back in place. Let's take a look from the rear. It's a power assisted lift gate. Here's a look at that cargo space from the back. If you go with the seat, the third row seat option, you're going to have a little bit of a hump right here and this little half cover right here. And below that cover, this one has a privacy cover. They don't all come with that. That's an extra. And I'm juggling this with one hand. There you go. There's a look at your cargo space. Seat belt clips for the third row seat belts, so they can clip out of the way. You had that on either side. You do also have a 12-volt charger right there behind the third row seat. And then you have these neat little levers right here that will lower that middle row seat. So that seat will go forward, and then you'll just push down and click. And it's just configurations. You have multiple different configurations for this car. This particular one does not have the monster mats, so be aware of that. Monster mats add about $150 to the car, but you can get them easily. Here's a look at that giant panoramic sunroof again as we pan out. Lots of cargo in the Tiguan. Compare this to CR-V or Rogue. Up here you have 2 buttons. You have a power close button, and you also have an automatic button here. So the automatic close button will detect you walking away with the keys and will close as you walk away if you keep your hands full. This one here just closes automatically. LED tail lights on the car, as well as LED headlights, LED running lights. Super, super nice car. This car has a 6-year, 72,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty from Volkswagen. 6 years, 72,000 miles. And if you buy from me at Bommarito St. Peter's here in St. Louis, I'll give you an extra 10-year, 200,000 mile engine and powertrain warranty that is good nationwide. So if you fly in from out of state or across the state, you can still buy from me and still get that fantastic warranty. Also, if you buy from me, you'll get 3 years of free maintenance, good only at our dealership, but if you live in state, that's going to be great. 3 years of free maintenance. Your 10, 20, and 30,000 mile oil changes are covered by the dealership, so you have no reason to buy from anyone else. If you have any questions at all, please give me a call. 636-290-4257. 636-290-4257 on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram at Reese Sells Cars. Please ask for me when you come in to Bommarito St. Peter's, and I'll give you the best service you can possibly get. 636-290-4257. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good day.